Okay, giving this another go. Don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know. YouTube, for God's sakes. YouTube is just very slow. It is YouTube which is slow. My internet is working. So, if I go back, what has YouTube done now? Prismatic. I'm going to delete that. Fuck that. Video deleted. Come on. And then now apparently what is he doing? Okay. The thumbnail is jack shit, my friends, but okay, it seems like we are live. Okay, so anybody watching? No? I'm checking to see if I'm really live. Quality seems to be excellent. Okay, YouTube. Stop messing around. Okay, good. Going to continue. What the fuck? Sometimes internet connections, sometimes, but this was not internet connections. This was not. But okay, booster box number 2. Let's go. We are going to go for some mythics. I want some mythics. Going to pick up the pace as well because this took way too long to open. Ooh, a nice flan. Who likes a flanneke in Netherlands? And Yuffie. Okay, through the ages, and a rare. Oh, this needs to be a value. This needs to be a value. Whew. Looks like on fire. Yep, in Pokemon they would have put Charizard on top of that. Yeah, most likely, most likely. But okay. Let me get everything here, my shit up to speed. Let's do it like that. Then we can go a bit far. So yes. So who is still buying Final Fantasy? I have decided the booster boxes that I bought, I'm not selling the booster boxes, I'm selling the single cards. To be honest. Yeah. Ooh. Starting Town. And then Summon Levitian. So yeah, I'm just selling off the single cards. Why is that? Because the margins that you got on sealed products or single cards, you earn more on single cards, and my number on card market also goes up. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Ooh, what's that? Look at that. Focus. Focus. Yep. Okay. Weird card. Weird card. So yeah. Rare Ishgard, the Holy See. But the Holy See isn't that that's not correct, right? Magitech armor. Magic pot. Magic pot. Oh. Yeah, so but if you really would like to sell single cards, make sure you calculate properly. Usually, what I do notice is that if you would buy your products now at retail price, then even for Magic the Gathering, you would pay too much basically. Because if you now open Final Fantasy, and imagine that you buy this at, let's say, 170 US, which is pretty much the price these days. Ooh, Choco Comet! Ho ho! So you would be overpriced. You will not make a lot of profit. It will all depend, of course, about the cards that you are pulling, but chances are that your expected value is way too low. As I was mentioning previously, well, it's already in the other stream, of course, but what I was mentioning is that you have those websites where you can do the calculations. When I do that and they ask, okay, what is the dollar price? I just enter the euro price. Taxes included, and then I get an estimation of, okay, of how much could I have. I know those numbers are not 100% correct because, first of all, it's TCG Player. Market in the US is also a lot bigger, but cards could be more expensive on our end due to that Magic is a lot bigger on the US side and smaller on the European side. That's how I perceive Magic the Gathering. I'm not saying that Magic the Gathering is small in Europe, my friends, because if I see how much orders I get from Magic the Gathering, it's staggering. Okay, yes. If you're looking for TCGs to sell cards, I've got two recommendations. Pokemon and Magic. Quirrell. And Through the Ages, Darkness of Eternity. He's got the Pokénose, okay, yeah, Pokénose. And the rare Genova Ancient Calamity. I was reading that as Jehovah, but okay, yeah. So yeah, that's my recommendation. If you are looking for to sell single cards, look at Pokemon, look at Magic the Gathering. With Pokemon, you can also earn a good buck if you can get the product at decent prices and if you can get some good cards. But there you have more risk of having EX cards in terms of the quality of the cards that you are pulling than on Magic the Gathering. Yeah. I think the amount of EXs with Magic the Gathering, I think it's maximum 1% in a booster box. That's not something possible with Pokemon. Dreams of Laguna. So these are what? What are these? I don't know. And then Through the Ages again. Laughing Mad. Fight on. This one is the one again that I used to read it as Marlboro instead of Marlboro. Yes. So I hope that the stream this time remains a bit more active. And no, people, I'm not opening up a prismatic. Although that the popularity was bigger, all of a sudden people were joining. I'm not opening up prismatic. I'm not crazy. But I'm also not going to talk about Pokemon. No. This is Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering. Very curious also, there were some interesting products announced for this year as well. First of all, you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a lot of people are bashing about it. But you have then, I think the set afterwards is Marvel. Marvel itself. Which will most likely be very good. The set is, I think, coming out in June, something like that. The estimations are that it is going to be a very good set. What would you do? Are you going to buy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I think a lot of people, knowing that what is coming after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, ooh, there, Genova, that a lot of people are just going to skip. We have a mythic. Sephiroth Fabled Soldier. Mythic 115. Oof. We are going to look that up, my friends, later on to see what we have. And the Summon Amina. Once again, that's now the second time we pulled that. I always have the feeling that that card could hold a bit of a value, but it is just an uncommon. So, then I think, okay, not. Oof. What kind of packaging is that? Look at that. Durex. For your pleasure. Add some protection. No signature. I'm always disappointed when there is no signature. We have a foil cactus. Ooh, nice. Rare. Come on. Give us the juicy stuff. So how many cards are now in a play booster? So there are 14 cards in a booster pack. There are 30 packs in a booster box. I know. Back in the day, the set booster boxes was 36 packs. I know. But still, so how many cards is that? 140. Okay, well, that adds up. If I'm opening now 4 booster boxes. Oh, what do we have here? Lindblom Industrial Regency. Nah, also first time pulling that card. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of cards that I'm going to be able to put online. I still have like 600 cards. So my estimation is that I opened at least a few booster boxes, then perhaps 4 booster boxes in the end. Yeah, could be. It's always possible. Monk's Fist. Putting his fist in it. Come on. The magic pot. It's a staple. I wonder how many times I'm going to have certain cards. Oh, the amount of cards sometimes. I'm going to drink first now. Good. With all that talking, my friends, you can get thirsty. Thirsty for more. Forest foil and a Gallicat foil. Ooh, mythic. Dog Confident. Nice. Number 94. Going to put that with the other one. With a couple of summons. Okay. Yeah. Could this box also have some hidden treasures? Because I think the previous box also had a couple of treasures. Swamp. Opera Love Song. La 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 la. Rare. Oh. Stolen Uniform. Chocobo Racetrack. We had the foil previously. Now we have the normal one. We can start a collection. Does anybody actually do a master set of these things? And I know Final Fantasy is not a small set, huh? But imagine trying to master set this. How many cards? How many collector booster boxes should you need to open, or how many single cards should you need to buy to be able to get everything? Mental. Yeah, mythic. Woo. Okay, in the other booster box, perhaps I missed it. Perhaps I just skipped it. But according to me, no mythic at all. This is now the 3rd mythic that we are pulling. Okay. I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm celebrating in my head. Yeah, it's like with in The Simpsons back in the day that you had in the head of Homer like a monkey. Tuk, tuk, tuk. I'm celebrating like that in my head. Yep. Why not? Insomnia, Quam City. Insomnia, that's for Charlie. Moist Critical on YouTube. Apparently he's battling insomnia. Yep, if you follow his channel lately, he's got it bad. Come on, Charlie. He's like a walking zombie or something like that. Oh yeah. Didn't know people can have that so bad. Just can't sleep. Yeah. I also get that sometimes my 2 brain cells they don't stop turning around, but yeah. But like that for days in a row. Come on. But I also I can imagine that a lot of people have that when you go to bed, that you are still thinking, oh yeah, that mythic that I pulled today, oh it was so beautiful. But yeah, lying awake the entire night, nah. I've got a trick for that, by the way. Read a book in bed. Yeah, Cindy always says it makes me sleepy. Okay, then take a book. White Mage Staff and a rare. Come on. Ooh, that was a Japanese name from the designer apparently. So 14 minutes in for this booster box. Well, 15 minutes. We are going for a 15. Whoop whoop. Let's see how fast we can conclude this. through the ages. Ooh, he's badass. He is badass. But let's see if we can get to the end. And then we are going to quickly look up those 3 mythics. Perhaps more. Perhaps more. Oh, it is very tough pulling those with a signature. Oh my god. X-Dead, Void Warlock. Not bad, not bad. And then through the ages, once more, a rare. Oh, the mythic slot does not get filled a lot. No. But sometimes when I'm then pricing out the cards, sometimes I'm just amazed how expensive a card can be. Ah, signed Marta Naella. Marta Nael. This one's Scorpion Sentinel. And then through the ages. And the rare. So yeah, the value of certain cards, that is... and don't forget, people, it remains cardboard. It remains cardboard. Crazy. It's a crazy world. So then we have here Retrieve the Esper. Oh, through the ages. And the rare. Come on, no mythic. So yeah, that's when I got into the hobby, I was like, how is that possible? So valuable card. Have you looked at, okay, the most valuable card I think is in Pokemon? No? The card that Logan Paul is now selling? Or sold? Sold? Isn't it sold? No, I think it's being sold in February. It's up for auction. You can bid on it. And a rare. This is also not a bad one. I think the last time that I saw was the price, the current bid was 5.5 million, something like that. It's estimated to go over more than 10 million. 10 million. It's like the person with the art with the banana, with the duct tape, you remember? And someone bought it, and what did he do? He ate the banana. But what was the art? Every X amount of time in the museum, they needed to replace the banana. So someone that bought it just ate the banana. Like, it's a crazy world. Yeah. And then people say, how can you spend so much on cardboard? Well, if someone can spend so much money on a banana. Yep. But I'm wondering, will we have this year a product that will come close to Final Fantasy? I'm wondering though. You have Marvel coming, and I think November is Star Wars. But I don't know, which is bigger, Marvel or Star Wars? I would say Marvel. But yeah, I'm already surprised we are getting Star Wars, because Star Wars Unlimited. Yeah, and especially Star Wars Unlimited, last year they killed the trading card basically with doing Carbonite booster boxes, which is basically a copy of collector booster boxes from Wizard of the Coast. It's like, what the fuck? Basically copying. Yeah. It's crazy. And then now, Wizard of the Coast is now working together for then Star Wars. Okay. Yeah, that's something that you need to understand. I don't understand that. So will that do great? Don't know. Don't really know. Perhaps the Secret List. Perhaps they will do great. Yep. If there are some specific arts and things, or specific cards that could be very playable. But for the rest, I think people are, yeah. I think we first need to get through Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, no signature, come on. Gigantoad, whew, that's a long tongue, my friend. You naughty man. Blitzball. So, second booster box almost completed. But I do need to mention, the cards do look good. Quality wise, this reprint does look mighty fine. Yes. Although, I do say reprint, but the thing is, I've noticed the product comes from Japan. Yeah, it's printed in Japan. Yeah, made in Japan. But there was something about the printing date that I was watching a video from a content creator, and apparently he checked out the dates of when the product was printed, and it seems like it was printed already close to the release of Final Fantasy itself. So basically, it wasn't, yeah, it was a second print, but not specifically immediately a reprint, because it was already at the release, basically, that it was being printed. So yeah, and then his estimations was that Wizard of the Coast was holding the product back until Q4 of 2025 to boost their sales, because they were expecting bad sales from sets like perhaps Spider-Man or Avatar. And they knew that Final Fantasy would be a hit, not a miss. Yeah, if you look at the numbers, if you look at the money invested in it, you can sometimes see how things can play out. You will always have sets that do less than others. That's why probably Wizard of the Coast is estimating that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will do bad. Yeah, and probably Marvel, they are counting a lot on Marvel for being their hit of 2025. So could be. But I have not seen any pre-orders yet for Marvel, so that's going to be very exciting. Usually the collector boosters, the collector booster boxes, they always immediately sell out, especially at decent prices. They immediately sell out. At my suppliers, they sell out. I don't know how people know that sometimes that quickly, but yeah, probably bots, something. But I usually, I'm way too late, and I check my suppliers every freaking day. And still, sometimes I check in the morning before I start working, and then I check perhaps sometimes during my lunch break or in the evenings, and then sometimes I already missed it. But it goes fast, and always with collector booster boxes, you don't know when they come up for pre-order, you don't know upfront if there will be a serialized card. The last serialized card that we now had was Final Fantasy. That was a final one. So, will we get one very soon? But, was there one? Is there one in Teenage Mutant? I don't think so. I think the next one will be Marvel. Think so. So let's first now check it out. What we can see here. This one can go, and we are going to look for a card. I need my keyboard. So we have Fin 115. Card market, play please. Nothing. Okay. And we have, okay, it is the normal one, not a promo. This is the normal one. Not a bad value. Okay, let's just see what we can do. Okay, an English card, and select Belgium. Let's see what we can do. Not bad, not bad. If you see here, goes quickly, plus 30 euros. Then we have the second one, Pin 094, which is Dark Confident. Oof, that's not so magnificent, my friends. That's not an exciting mythic. And then we have Pin 133, which is also not magnificent. Only 2 euros starting price. So the biggest one is Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. Okay, good. Then we know that. Then I just need to pick them up and put them aside. Sephiroths. Yeah, man. Good, but I do have the impression that the computer is going extremely slow. So what we are going to do is we are going to close off some things. Otherwise, we could have some issues now. Yes. What do we get? Let's close off all that crap. Good. Good. Okay. Let's see if that works better. Don't think so. Technologies. Okay, my friends. Booster box number 3. Yes. Come on. Can we do this quicker? Can we do this quicker? Yeah, boy. Why not? Why not? Let's go nuts, they say. Yes, yes. So, come on. I also have the impression that the packs itself, they feel a bit different with originally. So I really think that these are different. I think the original cards were printed in Europe, and now these ones, they it was on the box, they come from Japan. Ah, we already started off with a mythic, my friends. Mythic number 1. Okay, Gogo, Master of Mimicry, number 54. Okay, that's a good start for the booster box. Cannot be better. Yep. We have huge expectations, right? Am I wondering how long will we see these booster boxes sitting on the shelves? I think they will sell out pretty quickly. And what will be the value of a booster box in the future? I think even play boosters could be a good business opportunity, an investment opportunity. But perhaps it needs to be a sealed case. A sealed case, 6 booster boxes. These are 6 booster boxes, I think. One. I think it is, because it depends. Not all are in cases of 6. It depends, of course, where they are printed. Because I don't know for these ones, because I only bought 4. Didn't want to buy more because I'm just opening the number. I'm keeping 1 sealed, but if someone knows it, if there are variations in cases, let me know. But I think there is. Rare. We are getting a good amount of rares as well, so we are getting hopefully a good value. The shopkeeper, that's also this card. How many times I got that? But yeah, for the moment, my collector booster box that I have in my personal collection is not going anywhere. Nope. That is remaining safe and sound in my personal collection. I'm pretty sure that when the set goes out of rotation, that booster box will climb a lot. For the moment, like I was mentioning previously, it's going for around, well, the collector app says it's going for about 930 euros. Summon Choco Moch. So it is already lesser because previously it was hovering around 1000, even above 1000. But I've watched a video and someone said 1000 in everybody's head is kind of like a barrier. Once something reaches 1000 euros, people either start panicking or start buying. And in this case, it is panicking. Panic selling, which then causes the product to go down a bit. Yeah. Depends, of course, at which price you bought. If you now look at people that bought Spider-Man, you remember the hype for Spider-Man? Yeah, everybody said Spider-Man is gonna boom, he's gonna boom. How many people bought for such high prices? Ooh, we have a foil rare. This one is a good one. So yeah, how many people were there left with the bag? I'm glad I didn't bought. I had a pre-order open, but I didn't got any allocations from my supplier. I was like, nice. I think I was up for 6 booster boxes. 6. I'm glad I didn't got them. Yep, I now managed to get them from somewhere. I got 5. And I got them pretty much distribution price. Yep, pretty much distribution price. Nobody wanted them. Nobody wants them. So, and I don't get distribution, but I got them from a supplier and they were getting rid of them. Extremely highly discounted. So you do not let that opportunity go by. It's like Woody from Alpha Investment says, now everybody is bashing on Spider-Man, but there will come a day that people are going to start looking for Spider-Man, the collector booster boxes. Why is that? There is still a card in it that has a high value. I think there is a card still in it that costs like 10,000 euros. So there is value, but people are just bashing because the cards inside the set are extremely low power. So the playability of the cards is really bad. That's why people are bashing on the set. But yeah. Once again, summon Anima. We already had that a lot, huh? Yeah, so I don't know. I'm keeping 4 Spider-Mans as sealed. Not personal collection. Not personal collection. Well, perhaps 1. For the rest, it is investing. Yes. For me, I find that it is a smart investing move. Especially since I bought them dirt cheap. If you can buy something and that you are 100% sure that something goes up in price, what would stop you from buying that? Just make sure you can put it aside properly and securely. But that's also something I'm going to discuss very soon. How to store your items. Putting them in a box or at the side, okay, that is one. But there comes a lot more to play. But I'm not going to dive into here. Otherwise, I don't need to create the video. That would be easier. Nah, you gotta subscribe to the channel, my friends. You gotta watch the content. Yes. Yeah. Why not? But yeah, that can... Everybody lately wants to hold a bit of sealed products, but you gotta think properly. Just don't go out and buy everything that you think is suitable. You need to make smart moves. Everything goes up in the end, but look at, for example, Pokemon sets. There are certain sets that have not gone up in a long time. For Magic the Gathering, for example, as well, something that I learned previously, certain sets were also complete garbage and they stood still for a very long time, and now they are at their all-time high. So FOMO has no place in investing. That's rule number one. No FOMO. Yeah, you gotta leave the FOMO at the door. If you're thinking about investing, you gotta make sure that both feet on the ground and read the market and look at your wallet. Yeah, that's the important key that you need to understand. For me, that was difficult as well because, yeah, FOMO, yeah, FOMO is my best friend. So yeah. Oh, we have another mythic. Not a lot of mythics in this box. So this is now the second. So yeah, you gotta think properly. Final Fantasy, for me, keeping that collector booster box, that was a no-brainer. Plain and simple. Spider-Man now, buying these products and holding them long-term, that was a no-brainer. But I know that Spider-Man, if now, for example, in 6 months there comes a time that I want to sell them because I need money, I don't need to sell Spider-Man. Nobody will want it. But you get my point, right? Yeah. So I know that, oh, number 10. Cloud Midgar Mercenary. Got a good feeling about that card. Especially because he has his sword in his hand. So yeah. But I'm also myself turning a bit more into the investing side. And especially because more on the side of Pokemon, of course. I cannot deny that there is sometimes a bit more money to be made in Pokemon. Quicker. Yeah. Bigger jumps. So yeah, that's very important, but that knowledge as well is going to serve me in Final Fantasy. One thing that I also thought was, those collector editions, those Commander Decks collector's editions. No, that's now something that I learned. Okay, it's a nice gimmick, but the difference between the collector's editions and the normal editions is it's basically the same cards, but just with a foil treatment. But not everybody is interested in then those foils specifically. People are already satisfied, well, players are already satisfied with the normal version of the cards. So instead of buying those collectors, I should have bought the normal decks. And now I'm still stuck with those collectors and they are more expensive. So that's also something that I learned. I'm not buying those collector commander decks anymore. I'm just buying the normal ones at decent prices. Now also I have a correct understanding. Okay, what is the price for a commander deck normally? And what can you expect from a commander deck? And also learn to know about the cards. Plain and simple. And follow spoiler season. Really, my friends. When Wizard of the Coast reveals their spoilers, they make the videos out of it. Those videos are not bad. Just watch those damn videos. And follow some YouTube channels as well. Like, how is that guy called? He's a funny guy as well. How is he called? Joel Does Magic? Joel Does Magic. I'm going to see. In the meanwhile, I'm going to drink. Where is him? Got too many subscriptions. Joel or Magic. Joel or Magic. Nice channel. Yeah. He's a player also, so he knows what he's talking about, and that's a channel that I really follow. That's why I also get some interesting information about, okay, potential cards. And yeah, it's a good content creator. There are of course more. If you have someone else that you have the preference for, watch them. But then also watch content where people talk about distribution, where people talk about allocations, that you have a correct understanding about what is coming. For example, now in the next weeks we have from a certain sets new booster boxes, reprint of booster boxes, and we have commander decks coming up. So yeah, there is product coming up. Apparently product they were already expecting in December, but most likely Wizard of the Coast shifted it to Q1 2025 because they didn't need it the revenue. Okay, we have here now Mythic 245. So yeah, but I can understand investing is sometimes boring, but if you want to make money, dig into the numbers. Yeah, and you don't always need to watch the videos. Listen to them. Listen. I do that. I'm packing orders. I'm searching cards. Just listen to some videos. Listen to it. Learn in the meanwhile. Oh, ooh. Mythic number 400. Lightning Army of One. Okay. Crossing my fingers, crossing my toes. That could be a good one. There's still some packs to go, basically. Yeah. Yeah. Going to put that aside. So yeah. So I don't know if there are investors here in the chat, because I mentioned on the screenshot. On the thumbnail. Okay, it is business related that I want to discuss. It is investing related. It is making smart moves. Okay, business related. Okay. Is it also suitable for players? Oh, another mythic. Is this the same? This is exactly the same one, my friends. Twice. Yep. Yep. Talk about pull rates. I now hope that card holds a decent value. My god, otherwise imagine that card is €1. It's like I got that right. But yes, soon I will make another video investing related, more in general basically, because now I'm trying to invest in Pokemon, specifically because there are sets going out of rotation. With Magic, we now still have until beginning of 2027 before sets are going out of rotation. The rotation was changed. I think in 2025 they announced that the rotation was changing. Instead of now summer 2026, they moved it to January 2027 because they wanted to align it better. Normally it was always around summertime that rotation happened. They wanted to change that, and from 2027 that is changing. One other product for Magic the Gathering that I'm trying to understand is Omega Heartless Evolution. I'm not trying to understand this, but what I'm trying to understand is what I'm going to put that now. There. The foundations. That is now okay. That is kind of like a base set. It is pretty huge, 700-ish cards, I think. But you have the is it play? I think play, and then jumpstart, and that is in rotation until 2029, which is extremely long. But if I run an expected value on that, I see that you can get really lucky with that. And to be honest, if you now look at those booster boxes, they come still with 36 packs, by the way, not 30. So then it's set booster boxes, I don't know. But if you now look at it, you can have them for what, 100 euros, something like that. Then it's the jumpstart, I think. No, I don't know which one is it. I know it's the play booster boxes are more expensive. But it's the jumpstart booster boxes. Yeah, it's the jumpstart. You can have those for what, around 100 euros something. But those cards, I get the impression that people are also actively searching for those. So that's now our next experiment that I'm going to do. I got good prices on those jumpstart booster boxes. Really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a few booster boxes and I'm going to see what the value could be of just putting up those single cards. But I think also that you need to open quite a bit of booster boxes. If there are really 700-ish cards, I think you need to open a lot of product to have a decent amount of different cards. So testing that out. I need to find the time. And I first need to put all my commander decks online. As I was mentioning, I still got Fallout. And that's one from Fallout. I got Taki Dragonstorm, all 5. I've got Doctor Who, but did I put already Doctor Who online? I don't know. Yeah, there's one Doctor Who, but that's from that I still had. But yeah, so those are commander decks, my friends. If you can get those for a good price, those single cards, that value usually is not bad. Not bad. But look for good prices. Yes. Prompto Argentum. Prompto Argentum. That seems like Italian. I don't know. I was first thinking, do I need to look? Is the card in the correct language? What? Hey, could be. Could be. So yeah. But yes. 2026 will be a good year. That's for sure, my friends. I only hope that crypto picks up again. Why is that? Because if crypto picks up, people are more confident to spend money in TCGs. Watch my words. You will see the behavior. Once crypto goes up again, once that Bitcoin reaches new heights again, you will see that people are more confident and people will have more money to spend. And now also we need to see what they are going to do on the United States, because apparently Trump was talking about giving everybody a kind of a bonus with all the money that they made with the tariffs. They were talking about giving everybody $2,000. That could also increase spending power of people for a short limited time, of course, because a lot of people, they only need 5 minutes to spend that $2,000, but you get my point. But still. And one thing that we cannot forget, people on the European side, well, in Belgium then now specifically, the next weeks and months they are going to receive their taxes back. Not the taxes, the taxes. The return of their tax. Yeah, so that's also money. But when they can really spend money is in the month of May, when they receive their money for holidays, but then they spend it on holidays. Which is normal, my friends. Holidays first, right? Holidays first. Yeah. One thing that we noticed was sales go down from April. Sales are now doing very good. Sale numbers go actively down, significantly down in April. But when we noticed that, we were only doing sealed products, no single cards. And now this year we want to battle that dip with selling single cards. Now, sometimes with sealed products also, you can have a few days that it's more calm. We are now the middle of January. Do you think sales are pretty high? A lot of people don't have the funds for the moment. They are in between. They are in the middle of the month. So they are now surviving until they get their new paycheck, which is normal. I understand that. A lot of people have that situation. So yeah, and then you will see that once from around the 25th that people are going to start buying again. Normal classical behavior. Also, don't forget, on the Belgian side for the moment we have we have a discount month. So some people are also now spending that instead of on trading cards. Yeah. Could be. So, booster box number 3, my friends. I think the chat is quiet. No, nobody's chatting. I'm talking here a lot, but I don't know to who I'm talking to. Probably Cindy is in here. Yeah. Matthias is not in here. He was here previously, but nope. But let's see those two mythics, the same ones. What we got? Okay, so good. Browser, and we got here. So pin 245. I'm white, god damn it. Okay. 2, 3 euros, 4 euros. Okay. It is worth something, but let's now check the card where I hope to get the most out of. Pin 400, which is from the extras. Okay, not bad. 427 cards available. 20, 24. Okay, that's already not bad. And then we have pin 399. It is a foil, but a rare. So this is a foil rare. Okay, not so specifically. 5 euros, something like that. What else do we get? We still got 3 mythics to go. That's not a bad boost. Pin 054. It's a go-go. Couple of euros. Then we have Fin 218. Emmet Selsh but unsundered. Starting from 150. Also a few euros. Not specifically. Big Bang. And then 010. Ah, yeah, the one with the sword. Ooh. This is... Okay. 20 euros and something. Yep. Not bad. These are okay. So there are 2 cards in here which have, perhaps combined around 50 euros. I don't call that bad. And then you need to take into account all of the other cards, all the foils that I got here. It adds up. Especially if you can get the product for a good price. And I did it. So we still have the final one to go. It's the final fantasy. Aha! What did you think? Okay, good. I love opening product. Yeah, that's now what I like about it as well. So it was a hobby. Now I made it into my business as well. And I get to open packs for my business. What was it last weekend? We were opening up how many booster boxes of Disney Locana? Fun? Then I do that together with Cindy and then it's fun. Yeah. So yeah. And you could do the same thing if you want to sell single cards. Because for Magic the Gathering, I have not really found any people that sell quality bulk, basically. Difficult to find. We are starting once again off with a mythic. 172 ancient adamantoise. So yeah, looking for bulk. If I can buy bulk from someone, would be nice. So if someone is watching and you got Magic the Gathering bulk, hit me up. Yes, looking for bulk. Looking for bulk from several TCGs, actually. Pokemon. Another mythic. Nice. Okay, this booster box. Going to give me some profit. Yes. I'm curious to see how long it will take to process all these cards. Oh, another foil. Elixir. Oh, this is now also a beautiful card. Look at that. A nice one. Okay. No mythic in this one. Final Fantasy. So next week I will know if I get something for my allocation from Lorwyn Eclipsed. People, cross your fingers. Light a candle for me. Come on. Gonna need it. Gonna need it. I think I'm going to make a video on how I do the commander decks for then the single cards. I think that I'm going to use the ones from Tarkir. There we have 5 different commander decks. I think I'm going to open one box, and I'm going to, well, one box, the 5, but one case, one set. I think I'm going to do that and create a video on exactly the steps that I perform, checking the quality, ordering the cards, putting them online, because we use then TCG Power Tools. How we do that, how we price the cards, very important as well. You gotta see, okay, how are you going to define your price? And then also you need to see what is your return, what is your possible return. Luca Stadium and a rare summon Primal Ordin. Once again, summon Anima. I'm going to look that card up because I've now pulled that out so many times. I'm curious about the value of that card. Unless someone wants to check it out for me. Fin 120. I see that there are people watching, so people are watching sneaky. So yeah. Someone can say to me what the price is. A rare Lindblom Industry Regency. Isn't that a card that we pulled earlier as well? Yes. Oof, oh my god. Nice cards. I get a good feeling with these booster box. To be honest, get a good feeling. White Oracit. Oh, Mythic 0005. But it is from To the Ages. But it's a mythic. Could be special. Could be special. Come on. Because the value that we pulled now for the moment, the mythic cards, was not so high. No. I will check afterwards to see what the highest value card is that I still have online on Card Market from Final Fantasy. We have here a rare Master Xander. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the highest value is for the moment. 50 euros perhaps? It's a bit to be expected. If you want some higher value, collect the booster boxes, I think, yeah. Summon Amina. Anima Amina. Okay. It's already almost 10 o'clock, oh, friends. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, I don't shut the hell up, so time flies, especially for me, right? Ultima, also not a bad one. Look at that. And then the Imperial City, that one we already had previously. Oh, this one. This one I had previously. This one has good value. Bahamut. Summon Bahamut. Yes. Good value. I think this one was the card that I was talking about, that I still have. Perhaps I overpriced it. Could be. But normally the price has been adjusted because we moved it over to Card Market, so we normally adjusted our prices. Nice. Another mythic. Damn. Keep giving, my friend. Keep giving. I'm not complaining. Woohoo. I just hope I can do a little celebration dance afterwards. A rain dance or something like that. Ah, yes, why? Insomnia, Quam City once again. Magic Pot. Ah, this is now the first Magic Pot foil. Already have seen a lot of Magic Pots. The cards, my friends, the cards. Poison the waters. Rare. Come on, my friends. Come on. I think we are halfway-ish. Something like that. Not gonna count. Not gonna count. It's almost 10 o'clock. My brain is slowly but still shutting down. It's been a working day for me as well, you know. Yeah. Nice playing with trading cards, but I worked today. Normal job. Then combine this with here. Recorded a video. Didn't have time yet to edit it. Nope. It was about card market, by the way. That's a video for tomorrow. About card market, and that we reached 100 orders in 6 weeks. Doesn't look that magnificent, but yeah. It's going pretty fast. Someone Fenrir. Ooh, Dark Confident. This is another one. This is not the same one that we had previously, according to me. This one is another mythic. So yeah, now I'm wondering how long will it take to reach 200 orders on Card Market. I think by mid-February, I think we are reaching 200. If it goes like we are doing now, mid-February, we are reaching 200. Genova Ancient Calamity. Would be great, right? Imagine that. That would be great numbers, honestly. But I also need to mention, of course, we have an inventory of, I think, between 20 and 30,000 cards across the different TCGs. Rare. And then first I'm going to drink because... Okay. Already going to put that aside. That's the bulk. Good. Foil. Sephiroth's Intervention. Ooh. Benedicta Harman. Okay, not bad, not bad. And then a rare. So my friends, if you are looking to buy Final Fantasy booster boxes, check out the prices. Don't overpay. And check an estimated value calculator to see if it's really worthwhile in buying that. Kefka Court Mage number 231, another mythic. I wanted to say magic. It's Magic the Gathering, yes, but they call it mythic, Sigi. Mythic. Yeah. Okay, nice. Success. So yeah. Perhaps instead of investing, ooh, look at that. Perhaps instead of investing into Final Fantasy, you could look at other sets, of course. And there are so many great opportunities, especially now if the reprint of those decks hits the market. Which decks were it? Lord of the Rings Commander decks, I think, are coming to the market. What else? I think, was it Bloomberg Play boxes come to the market again? Which will be extremely sought after. I think they will sell very good. The expected value of Bloomberg is really good. Duskmourn is not so bad. No, it's not so magnificent. Because I had the opportunity in buying Duskmourn, but I said no. the chances are less than 150%. Less. So that's a bit my rule that I try to take into account. The mid expected value needs to be above 150%. And the low expected value cannot be in minus, huh? If it's in minus, you are not going to take that risk, because if the pull weights in that box are not in your favor, don't do it. Yeah, it's my 2 cents basically. Don't do it. I already skipped a few that I said doesn't feel right. And yeah, if you want to grow something, then you need to make smart decisions. And if you need to take it, okay, you can always look at the highest expected value, but how many times will you reach that? And also the highest expected value, that is one that you got extremely lucky, good luck, that you sell all those cards. How long will it take to sell all those cards? You will never sell all cards, huh? That's why people look at then the medium price and then the lowest price that they could get to make an assumption. Okay, do I make a profit on this, yes or no, in the long run? So yeah, that's what we do. Resentful revelation. No, 3 packs to go. Come on, 3 pack. Oof, it is the work, eh? Opening up 4 booster boxes. It is a work. My god. But I don't need to complain now. When was it? My last live stream, I opened 200 booster packs. Then I was not complaining, eh? I sold 200 booster packs in one live, so it's not a bad live, eh? Nope. Oof. We already had that previously. Then an uncommon and a rare. Final pack magic, and then we got a few mythics to look after, and then nobody active in the chat, my friends. Come on, got some questions you want to ask? If you have some advice for me, let me know. Always open for suggestions. Yep, I'm not saying I know everything, just sharing what I know. It's a different thing. Good. We have here a few cards left, my friends. So we have Bahamut, and then the summon Anima. Gotta be careful, because otherwise Cindy might think I got I'm cheating on her with Amina. I wouldn't even know who Amina is. So we have here Finn 120. That's the uncommon. That's what? Guys, what the hell is this? Oh, come on. Is that now the future of card market? You are now in line. Thank you for your patience. Your estimated wait time is 1 minute. What are we doing? Pokemon Center or what? I'm in queue for the secret lair, my friends. Standing in line. Come on. grab a Coke. Grab a Coke Zero, my friends. We're standing in line. Oh, card market lately. Oh, ooh, it's opening up. God. So this card, yeah, 5 cents ish. Pin 334. Okay. This is now the normal one. Okay, around 10 euros. Not bad. 265 cards available. Pin 000, no, 005. Pin 0, which one is it? a white one. It's not here. Huh? Ah, no. It's FCA 005. My bad. 15 euros. Nice. Goes for about 20 euros ish. There we have pin 253. Nah, not gonna click on that. That's not worth. Pin 172. Nah. Pin 001. This one. Ooh, it came down. Came down, yeah. Ah, TCG Banders, look at that. Oh, love seeing my name, yes. So, we are here at 22 euros. And I have 2. Now I have 3, my friends. But yes. So you see, 102 sales, 7,400 cards available. Yes. Ah, these are power cells. Okay. I was already curious who was a power cell in Belgium. Pin 036. Okay. Let's dig into details. Around 10 euros. Yeah, something like that. With my estimation. Yeah, the power cells are much higher, of course. Huh? They're going to around 15 euros. Pin 231. That's the final one. Kefka. Come on, Kefka. Yeah. 5, 6, 7 euros. Well, all in all, my friends, the cards from these booster boxes, they were not bad. Really? What the hell? What do you mean, Cindy? Really? What the hell? So, value from this last booster box, I think this was the best value, to be honest. Well, I do need to check out the complete value of everything and add those cards online and then see, okay, what the difference is. Then I can make a better assumption about the actual profit. But I'm counting on at least 150, to be honest. I'm counting on that, especially because I got a good deal on these booster boxes, which is not bad. Especially if you look at the prices and the popularity of the product, then I feel that I got a good deal on these ones. So, yeah. But, my friends, if you have any further questions, because nobody asked me one question, it was a Q&A, but then you need to ask the Q, then I can give you the A. Okay, yeah. I talked a lot. Okay, in total, I think it was 2 hours and a half. Yeah, I know. YouTube messed up, and then things, and then yeah, okay. So let me know if you have any questions. Drop them down in the comments. Do not forget to like the video, and yeah, subscribe to the channel to check out further videos in the future, because I am going to dive into create a series on how to list single cards, how to do it, how to make smart buying opportunities and things like that, that you can build something from scratch with even a low investing amount. You don't need to start with 10,000 euros, my friends. You can start with like 500 euros, even less, even with your own collection to start off with. So it can be as simple as that. And I want to take you along that journey, and I want to help with everything that I've learned along the way. So we started doing that last year, and we already sold thousands and thousands of single cards, because previously we already sold to our own website before we hit Card Market. So I already sold a lot of single cards. So my friends, thank you for watching, or yeah, thank you for the company. Well, I felt alone for the entire time. Yes. But at least I had Final Fantasy to keep me company, which is not bad. And I had Spider-Man here at the desk. Then the ladies from the Doctor Who, that Doctors 12 and 13 that were keeping an eye on me. And then, I don't know, the one from Modern Horizon that is looking really, really angry at me. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel, yeah, I need help. Just kidding, my friends. Enjoy your evening. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you very soon. Saturday, there is already a new video dropping. So check that out. Peace.